most talked about. I got calls from all my friends. Bert Kreischer was fucking obsessed with you. he wouldn't stop calling me about it. He's like, the fucking guy's by himself. The video with him with the grizzly bear and he's pointing the gun at it. Jesus Christ.
The fucking weirdest thing is that's normal shit. It is. That's very normal.
Yes.
But society's so removed from it now.
Well, if you're out there, it's normal to get false charged by a grizzly bear.
Yeah,
that is
you're living with nature, yeah.
It's one good reason to not fucking be out there.
I was talking with Kim about this. We hiked into the back of Montana to the spot that's usually got a bunch of grizzly bears that I go to. And we're talking about you, how you won't come out to Australia hunting because you're scared of everything. The difference is when you're walking around the mountains here, it can happen at any point because fucking grizzly bears have got feet. They walk on land. In Australia, you pretty much have to go into the water. So you're only worried about that when you go to collect water or you're thinking about having a wash or something. Here, it's full time.
For whatever reason, it doesn't bother me as much to get killed and eaten by a bear than it does a giant saltwater crocodile.
It should. I reckon the crocodile would be nicer.
What?
Yeah, it'd be nicer. It'd like grab you, drag you down. You'd drown anyway. And then it would do what it wants with you. A grizzly bear is going to fucking maul you, scratch your face off, bite your neck, take chunks out of you. It's going to be longer, dude.
Yeah, but it's American.
We don't want no foreign shit eating us.
I ain't fucking no foreigners eating me. There's something about grizzly bears that's the most terrifying things that they just eat you. They don't kill you first. They just hold you down and start eating you.
Yeah.
They treat you the same way they treat a salmon. When you see them hold down a salmon and they take big bites out of it, they don't make sure they kill that salmon.
There's no nice thought behind it. It's like, I'll finish it off first and then.
No.
Yeah. Did you see the mountain lion that I ended up hunting when I was out here?
I did, yeah.
And like mountain lions usually kill their prey, but it obviously grabbed the calf and it was eating this calf while it was still alive, like a beef cow calf.
Yeah, I saw the video of that.
Yeah, pretty disturbing. Ugh. And then I seen one not long ago, someone shared with me with a mountain lion dragging a mule deer down. And it's like chomping on this mule deer before it actually dies, and it's like there's just not that thought process there. There's not that human,
No, as long as they make sure that they have it as a meal and it's not going anywhere, they'll just start eating.
It's done, yeah.
Yeah, wolves do the same thing. Some friends were elk hunting and they came across this elk who these wolves had torn the back legs apart and it was in the river and the wolves were eating it while it was in the river and the thing was moaning and screaming. It couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It was bull elk.
Yeah.
In the water. And they just
pretty horrible for us, but nature don't give a fuck.
Standard for them. I mean, it's, have you encountered any wolves when you're out there?
Yeah, plenty of times. Yeah, the first time I went to Canada was Northwest Territories, and there was a pack of wolves that they were chasing a caribou bull, and they pretty much chased this thing to like a lather of sweat. This is in winter, so the caribou bull got really hot. And they chased it into the freezing cold river and they sort of surrounded it in the river and then they just left it and they walked off, and it wasn't that they were walking away from their kill. They knew the job was done. The wolves went back up high and they got onto these rocky benches and sat in the sun and were like drying out themselves and cooling down and drying out. And this caribou never left the river. It was like just quivering in the river. And then that afternoon when we come back, that caribou was just a carcass with like flesh hanging off the ribs on the side of the river. So they come back down once the river had done its job and ate them.
Wow.
Smart as hell, eh?
That's really crazy that they're that intelligent that they know it's over. They're like, oh, okay, he's in the water.
Yeah.
He's in the water.
We can chill now.
Let's go dry off.
Yeah.
That is bananas.
Yeah, crazy, eh?
They're so wise. People that I know that have seen them in the forest say they look at you a different way.
Yeah.
They look at you. There's a way they look through you. They look at you in a way like, almost like, they think that that's the reason why the myth of the werewolf exists. Is that people that have these terrifying encounters with wolves, they swear that it's part human.
Yeah, because like peering into you.
Yeah, they're looking into you. They're figuring you out, You got to think what it would be like if you're just out there, if you're lucky, live 5 years old, right? You get this hard scrabble life out there chasing much larger animals than you, and you got to kill them with your face.
Yeah. Make it happen or die. Yeah, crazy. I had a pack of like 30 wolves this last trip that I was in BC, and they kept coming around camp. We had horses and that in camp, and one day I ventured out to try and get onto them and get a better look at them, and they just without seeing me, they just kept this perfect range. You know, like they'd howl back to me. I was trying to call them in. I was howling. They'd howl back to me, and they'd just keep this perfect range. And you could tell the whole time they were communicating, because there'd be another wolf or a couple of wolves that were like a couple of miles in the other direction, and you could hear them moving the same pattern that the rest of these wolves were. And I got eyes on them from a distance. They walked across a nice lake, and other than that, I never really seen them, but I guarantee you those wolves looked at me a bunch of times. Like, they're just a different hunter, dude.
Yeah, they're probably just trying to figure out what they can do with you.
Yeah, such an eerie feeling too. So it's like snow, and it's like way in the backcountry of British Columbia. And like I'm going up on these mountains, it's like big pine trees and everything like that, and just every direction around you howling, dude. You'd hear them howling, you'd hear them do, it sounds like a bark, it's not, it's like this short howl. And then every now and then you'd hear one howl different, and you could tell that that was the alpha. There's the sound that it was letting out, dude, was like eerie. You know? Awesome place to be. If you're in the nature, like crazy place to be. If you're not into nature, fucking your nightmare. Like, yeah.